Game of the Week is brought to you by H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating, the home energy specialist. Vermonto's Brick Oven Pizza in Claremont, always fresh. Echo Communications, a digitally integrated commercial printer and mailer located in New London, New Hampshire. Casasa, free checking that pays, now available at Claremont Savings Bank. And La Valley Building Supplies, for home improvement and construction from concept to completion.
Welcome back to the YCN Game of the Week. Jeremy Stout, Andrew Zerhide just about ready to start the fourth quarter of action with the Cardinals on top of the Cougars.
Stay tuned at the end of today's Hoops matchup for the Vermonto's Brick Oven Pizza Play Pick of the Game. Vermonto's Pizza, always fresh.
Kearsarge a little slow starting the inbounds process. Ref just put the ball down and started counting. Kearsarge has got to make sure they play with purpose here in the fourth quarter if they want to come back and steal this one. Trail 56-50. Traveling call there. Looked like Tom Johnson maybe picked up his pivot foot. That's what the ref said. Turnover and ball goes to the Cardinals. That's one thing we have not had a lot of. We haven't had a lot of turnovers. Both these teams get into their offense and take shots pretty quickly.
Yeah, these are both pretty high-powered offenses. They're scoring a lot here tonight.
Fighting for the rebound underneath the hoop, and it will go back to the Cardinals on the toss-up, on the tie-up. Stevens in the bonus. So that will help them the rest of the way. Bork with a little runner, not able to fall. Matos gets the rebound, gets it ahead to Johnson, a little too far in front. And Johnson runs out of real estate. Crashing into the padding, turned back over, goes to the Cardinals. So Andrew, if you're the Cardinals here, are you taking your time each possession? There's still a lot of time, so you don't want to get too sloppy and too slow, but are you a little bit more deliberate? Are you saying we've been playing our game and it's worked out so far, why change it?
Yeah, that's probably what I would do. I mean, 6-point games, about 7 minutes left to go. Probably don't change too much. Try to really defend Johnson and Matos. They're really the scorers for Kearsarge. Try to make somebody else beat you. But for the most part, I do think the Stevens pretty much do what they've been doing. Been very successful so far.
Matos diving on the floor for the loose ball, not able to come away with it. Parker Smith drives in, and his layup is no good. Johnson pushing it the other way. The charge is called on Johnson. That's his second, team's 8th foul. Those are the type of things that Kearsarge can't get too excited about. They are down 6, but a lot of time to play, so each possession is big when they get to it. Really have to take their time and can't rush anything like they did there, turning the ball over. Foul on the Cougars. That'll be their 9th foul. So Parker Smith shooting 1 and 1, and next foul will be the double bonus, 2 shots the rest of the way for the Cardinals.
Our replays are brought to you by Casasa, free checking that rewards in cash each month. Ask for Casasa at Claremont Savings Bank. Qualifications and rules apply. See bank for details. Member FDIC.
Parker Smith hitting the first free throw. Second one is up and off the back iron. Parker Smith a little aggressive jumping in there, trying to get the rebound, committing the foul. And here's Kearsarge down 7. 6 minutes to go in the game. Plenty of time if you're the Cougars. Don't need to press. Work the ball around, try and get it into Matos. Here's Johnson around the perimeter. Hernan kind of caught in no man's land, went for a step and then picked up his dribble. That's a travel turnover. It's going to be Cardinal basketball when we come back. You're watching the YCN Game of the Week. Welcome back to the YCN Game of the Week. Jeremy Stout, Andrew Zerhide from Claremont, New Hampshire, where the Stevens Cardinals lead the Kearsarge Cougars 57-50. 5:48 to go in the game. Cardinal basketball. Last two times down the court, Kearsarge just turned the ball over. Now they're in that full court pressure, man-to-man full court, trying to force a turnover. But the Cardinals are a very careful team.
Yes, they are, and good job by getting past that full court press right there. A lot of nice passing.
Parker Smith taking it into the lane. He's fouled. They'll go to the line shooting 2. And Kyle Hernan, his 4th foul, team's 10th.
Tune in every week for the River Valley and Kearsarge Chronicles, the who, what, where, and when shows of our region. They premiere at 7:30 p.m. every Tuesday and Thursday, right here on YCN, your local view.
Smith converts both free throws, extending that lead back to 9. And this is where Kearsarge has teetered the whole night. They get it to 4, 5, 6, and then Stevens is able to extend it back to 9 to 12. And a situation where Kearsarge has got to start making some baskets. Three-pointer is no good, but Hernan comes down with the rebound, goes back up strong, very decisive on that one, and he'll go to the free throw line for 2.
Yeah, it almost was a block there by Zach O'Brien, but a little too aggressive, a little too much contact. Ref felt he had to call it. Probably a good call. Let's see if Kearsarge can capitalize.
Hernan a little strong on the first one. But you're right, this is where Kearsarge needs to start digging into that lead. These free opportunities while the clock is stopped to score points. And Hernan converts the second. Cuts it to 8. Nicely done there by Kearsarge, and then on the break they get it up to Johnson, and it's no good there. Hernan comes down with the rebound, but they'll say it was tied up by Richard Bell. Arrow points to the Cougars. They retain possession, down 8, 4:44 to go in the game.
Yeah, and it's got to be tough to try to box out Matos. Zach O'Brien has been tasked with most of tonight. Matos just so long, so big. It's all over the paint.
And they're shadowing him with someone else and throwing the double team at him. He has to step outside to get it, and he makes the fall away jumper. Nicely done. Nice range there by Matos.
Yeah, very nice job by Matos. You talked about it earlier, Jeremy, the finesse that Matos has. Usually big guys aren't as athletic. Matos, he's really got it all.
And breaking the full court pressure are the Cardinals, finally getting it to Parker Smith. The three-pointer falls, and it's back to a 9-point lead as we approach 4 minutes to play.
Yeah, if you're the Cougars, that one really stings. Parker Smith left wide open. Had all the time in the world to make that shot, and he buried it.
Johnson out to Hernan. Hernan's shot no good. Rebounded by Spalding. He's going to press it. And it's good. Spalding extending the lead to 11. Smart play by Hernan not to foul. He gives up the basket. Timeout on the floor with the Cardinals leading 64-53. You're watching the YCN Game of the Week. Welcome back to the YCN Game of the Week. Jeremy Stout, Andrew Zerhide on the call from Claremont, New Hampshire. And Andrew, exciting game so far. We're inside 4 minutes. Kearsarge looks like they may be falling behind, but you never know. They can come right back in a hurry.
Yeah, they really can. With Matos and Johnson, you can't count them out. And this really has been a very thrilling game. Cardinals taking about 10-point leads and basically all the quarters, but Kearsarge fighting their way back, able to score the ball with, again, Matos and Johnson. Let's see if Kearsarge can score while playing good defense.
Well, if they're going to do it, they need to start here. Still plenty of time, though. Don't need to force anything. They get it into Matos, and nicely done there, just as I'm sure Coach Camp drew it up out of the timeout. It's always smart to get that first basket out of the timeout.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm sure that was a drawn-up play. Looks like Stevens will take a timeout.
So with that timeout, we'll take a timeout as well. You're watching the YCN Game of the Week. Welcome back to the YCN Game of the Week. Jeremy Stout, Andrew Zerhide, 3:15 to go in the fourth quarter. Kearsarge trails 64-55 here from Claremont, New Hampshire.
If your business is interested in advertising on YCN or you'd like your team to be televised, give us a call or email us at info@ycnnow.com.
So the Cardinals breaking the pressure. Tipped away by the Cougars. Will stay Cardinal basketball. 3 minutes to go here in the game. Cardinals leading 64-55. They've led all night, and just like that, Richard Bell pulls up and gets it to fall. And all night we've seen that from this Stevens team. They have just gotten their shots to fall, whether it be in the paint, whether it be driving layups, three-point shots. Really a very good shooting team. And a strong opening night here from Card Gymnasium.
Yeah, absolutely. These Cardinals have really looked very strong offensively and defensively, but especially on the offensive side. Seems like everybody on the team can shoot the jump shot, can dribble the ball, can make the perfect pass. It's really a well-balanced team.
A head fake there by Zach O'Brien, but Matos doesn't bite on that. Inside 2.5 minutes. Now Stevens will take their time, play really deliberately on this offensive possession. Kicked away there. Nice defense by Hernan. And Johnson saves it, gets it up to Matos.
Oh.
And Matos throws it down, posterized Thomas Spalding.
Yeah, Matos was going to score on that one. He made up his mind. Nothing was going to stop him.
So for a second, it looked like maybe Kearsarge had some life, cutting it to 9, but then they come down and foul on the other end, putting Zachary O'Brien at the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, that foul right there, and then the Richard Bell jump shot really put Kearsarge in a hole. Just under 2 minutes remaining. Now down by 10. It's not impossible to come back. Still some time, but it's not going to be easy.
Well, if you're Stevens, you just want to play defense and make sure don't foul on any of the shots. Don't want to give them a three-point play or an opportunity to get to the line and score points while the clock is stopped. You have a 11-point lead. Let them take a shot if they want to. Just don't foul. Shot is up and no good. And Matos a little tight on the defense there. Foul call. So with 95 seconds to go and an 11-point lead, Stevens at the line. Zachary O'Brien, will shoot a couple. Looks like the Cardinals have pretty much iced this one. Rare missed free throw. They've been good from the line so far tonight. Scored again, so Kearsarge getting a break there. See if they can capitalize, come down the other end and get a bucket. Johnson with the jumper, Matos rebounds, puts it back in. And Kearsarge will pick up man-to-man full court defense.
That was Taylor Matos' 31st and 32nd point of the game.
Wow. Over half the points, and stolen away, gets it to Matos. He's got one man to beat. Parker Smith fouls him. But luckily for Smith, Matos doesn't convert the basket. He'll just go to the line for 2, but still with minute 3 seconds to go, they can cut into this lead to 7 points.
Yeah, and some good sportsmanship there. Parker Smith a little frustrated with that call, maybe frustrated himself, but he did help Matos up, patted each other on the back. Some good sportsmanship right there.
Matos converts his first. Second is up and good. 68-61, 1:03 to go here in the game. Full court, man-to-man defense for the Cougars. They find an open Zachary O'Brien who attempts the layup. He's fouled. He'll go to the line. 7-point lead. Good foul there by the Cougars on the open layup. Especially after we saw Zachary O'Brien miss his last 2 free throws. Put him at the line, make him think about it.
Let's go 4 out. Move it, move it. Hey, 4 out, move it. Hey.
O'Brien converts his first. Parker Smith will sit down. O'Brien's second hits the front of the rim, bounces around and rebounded by the Cougars. They'll try and press here. The Cougars trailing by 8.
Oh.
Wasn't really sure what to do. Matos tried getting the pass away, but turned it over.
Yeah, it looked like Nick O'Brien might have gotten a piece of that pass.
And we're going to have a foul, so it looks like this game is set to be put away, 69-61. And Coach Camp wants a timeout. So, while we have this final timeout, 69-61 the score. Stevens leading with 35 seconds to go and at the line. It looks like this Cardinals team will get off to a good start in the season, 1-0. If they can hold on to this, and we have a couple awards to give out for this game. Do we have any winners? Have we decided on those yet, Andrew?
Yeah, you know, I think the in terms of the HR Clough Kearsarge Heating turning up the heat player of the game, you know, I think we'd probably have to give it to Noah Spalding. So far, he scored 24 points. He is their leading scorer. He's also added a few assists, rebounds, some steals. He's really been a force in this game. And I think the Ramonto's Brick Oven Pizza Play pick of the game, you know, there were a number of nice ones, but Zach O'Brien on a fast break was able to get convert an and one in traffic with about 4 Kearsarge defenders, Matos included. That was a big play. He hit the free throw, got the 3 points. And that's my Ramonto's Brick Oven Pizza Play pick of the game.
Sounds good. He had a big night as well. Both those players, big nights. This Stevens team, as we mentioned, not shy. They are aggressive. They have talent. They have age, a lot of seniors. This team will be a force to be reckoned with in Division III this season.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of seniors, a lot of good leadership. And, you know, one of their younger players is Noah Spalding, the player of the game, and he's a junior, so still an upperclassman. And this Cardinal team definitely earned this win tonight, playing against a very good opponent.
7-point lead, 70-63, 20 seconds to go, 21.2 seconds to go. Spalding will go to the free throw line to shoot a pair as Kearsarge trying to stop the clock and maybe get a chance to cut into this lead late. It will be interesting to see this Kearsarge team throughout the season. Second year in Division III, they've dropped down. It was the first year for their football team, second year for basketball. Great season last year, as we mentioned, losing a couple players. But they got a strong nucleus. They've been working hard. Talked to Coach Camp before the game. It's going to be a good season. They just ran into this Stevens team who is just very talented.
Yeah, absolutely. This Stevens team will be one of the top teams in Division III. So this game should not reflect the rest of the season for Kearsarge. They are a very good team. They do have a few players, a younger team, less experienced, but led by Taylor Matos and Tom Johnson. Look for them to also be a top team come playoff time.
5 fouls. Tom Johnson, number 23. That's his 5th foul. He's fouled out.
And a very good job by Johnson tonight.
Sophomore Jake Fisher coming into the game for the final 10.5 seconds. Nicholas O'Brien will shoot 2 at the line. This is his first. O'Brien's second is up, no good. Matos with the rebound gets it ahead to Noah Tremblay, shoots the 3. Nicely done, makes the three-pointer. 71-66, but not enough time. Stevens inbounds the ball, and they win 71-66. All right, Andrew, quickly before we go, what do you take away if you're Stevens' team, and what do you take away if you're the Kearsarge Cougars on opening night?
Well, for Stevens, they played a really good game. A lot of really good, clean plays, a lot of good ball movement. They hit a lot of their shots, really feeling it tonight. So, in terms of, I guess, what they need to do to go forward to improve, maybe improve in the paint a little bit. I know Matos is one of the bigger players in Division III, so they had their hands full with him, but they need to defend the paint a little bit more. But for the most part, they had a very good night. And if you're Kearsarge, really, I think moving your feet, staying in front of the offensive player. The Cardinals, they really passed the ball well tonight, really moved very quickly. Noah Spalding, Parker Smith, all these guys very quick on their feet. So if you're Kearsarge, you got to keep moving. And really, I think they need to keep their heads up because they look good.
All right, so an exciting matchup to open the season for both teams. Thanks to Alex and Greg. For Andrew, I'm Jeremy Stout. Final score for the final time, Stevens 71, Kearsarge 66. Thanks for watching the YCN Game of the Week.
The Game of the Week is brought to you by HR Clough and Kearsarge Heating, the home energy specialist. Vermonto's Brick Oven Pizza in Claremont, always fresh. Echo Communications, a digitally integrated commercial printer and mailer located in New London, New Hampshire. Casasa, free checking that pays, now available at Claremont Savings Bank. And La Valley Building Supplies, for home improvement and construction from concept to completion.